What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
I feel something close.
Wards, you're on your own. The ward's power is gone.
There's more of them.
Wasn't I always?
Basta.
Don't let it crush you.
Great! More fun.
I was expecting an audience with Legion.
Someday, maybe.
Something's concealed. Odd times for Cottle the baker. I feel quite the botanist. What does a baker need with all these plants?
Remember the olive bread with rosemary and sage?
I miss Rome. I miss bread. I don't think Cottle was doing any baking at all. with or without herbs. Cobwebs on empty barley bags.
He ran out some time ago. Looks like Cottle hasn't been able to do his work for quite some time.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
This looks like it was ripped from a herbarium. Phytolaica decandra.
Pokeweed. It's poisonous. I doubt he used it. I hope I'm right. We should go back to the Harrows and talk to him. So a baker is forced out of work, his business partner dies mysteriously, and now the baker is haunted.
How bizarre. Still, I feel for him. He'll be desperate. Can't sustain that for long.
From his demeanor, I'd say it's too late. He's a lit fuse on a human powder keg.
Wouldn't like to be around when he goes boom.
You shouldn't stay in there.
Get back up!
Did we miss a few?
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher. There's an angry spectre nearby. Summon it before it ambushes us.
Unveil yourself!
I failed this one all right.
My voice commands you! Unveil!
I'm right here. Think you could take on a ghost? Move it!
Have some of this! I've got.
Crows incoming.
Have some of this.
Bots.
Think you could take on a ghost?
How many bots that thing have?
Hogging all the fun. Watch it. Hear that? Birds. Follow.
Reinforcements! Your funeral!
A feather. Perfect fit for Ruth's book.
Let's find the herring gull one now. Caleb talked about the shores.
Try this on for size.
Something's concealed.
There's more of them.
Think you could take on a ghost?
This bite's not easily chewed. Highland kiss for you.
That song is new. Let's find its owner.
There's the feather. It's pretty, Ruth. You'd like it.
Let's tell Mr. Watson that the job is done. Someone is vexed behind that door.
Caleb, what can I do for you, Mr. McWraith?
Here. A complete compendium of the birds of New Eden by Ruth Watson. It's all there.
Her work is done. I owe you so much. Thank you. From the first to the last, thank you.
I'll leave you in peace, Mr. Watson.
There's no peace for the wicked Mr. McWraith. You and I both know that.
Collecting feathers for a grieving Puritan. What a weird day.
I don't know if he deserved it, but let's say we did it for Ruth.
Mr. Cottle, are you here?
Is it just me or...
Anyone home?
Right, well what happened? Oh, it's a miserable life without bread. A key hidden behind a spectral web. Why? Despite the barley shortage, Lucy Barrow was brewing ale. Drove Perry mad. Sent him snooping after her.
Why would she not tell him? Food is as important as drink.
Do not touch that, you filthy thief!
Takes dedication to sleep where you work. That or poverty.
My mother treated a baker once. He had the worst cough I'd ever heard. Turns out inhaling flour all day isn't good for your lungs.
Aye, and neither's poverty. Aspen must be the woman Cottle spoke of. The one who trained him.
Perhaps he's lonely here, away from his people.
You! Who are you? What are you doing here? Wait. The Banisher McWraith. Haunted by a ghost? You must be joking.
Mistress Barrow. Glad to see you, circumstances notwithstanding. This is my partner, Antea Duarte.
Yes, pleasure to meet you, but never mind that. Perry Cottle stole the key to my alehouse. You have it. I want it back.
Why would Perry Cottle have the key to your alehouse?
He wishes to steal my business, so I hid it from him. There's nothing quite like watching a grown man soil his britches over losing a bloody key. Serves him right. The barley failed. No barley means no flour. No flour means no bread. It drove him mad. It made him mean. I don't easily scare, but he scared me. And I was right. In the end, he poisoned me.
What's your relation to Perry Cottle?
We traded. Pleasantries, foodstuffs. He baked a fine loaf. Mostly we shared the barley crop. I worked with him, now I hate him. When I offered him a fair deal, he threatened me.
He omitted to mention this.
Allow me a moment in which to come to terms with the news that the liar, Perry Cottle, failed to tell the truth.
Tell me about the poisoning.
To start, let me tell you about the baker Perry Cottle, who is as mean as he is stupid. Mean, for he would not pay me for my work. Stupid, for he poisoned me before he could get his grubby hands on it.
Are you sure he poisoned you?
We had words. He threatened me. He carried out the threat. It seems cut and dried to me.
You know how to brew ale without barley. We know this because Perry Cottle spied you doing it.
For a great baker, he makes a piss-weak spy.
Why not just tell him what the substitute was? You'd have your ale and he'd have his bread.
My hard work rightly deserves payment. My demands were reasonable. I even offered to defer the bill. Everything I have, I earned with the sweat of my brow and the brains in my head, and neither man nor God shall take it from me. Perry Cottle thinks innovation, the fruit of my labour, comes from God, to be shared by all, but especially by Perry Cottle. I am a woman of enterprise, and no one drinks for free. No payment, no deal. You don't believe me? See for yourself. You have the key. Go to the alehouse where I died.
Where is it?
Go north, across the bridge, past the fallow fields. But do be careful. I hear it's haunted by the ghost of the poor dead alewife.
We should go.
You should. Work to be done. Chop on.
Looks like Perry Cottle left some details out of his story. Let's go to the alehouse.
If I was her, I'd be angry too. He says one thing, she says the other. I don't know.
It takes two. Desperate people do desperate things.
Maybe. Or maybe he's just an idiot.
Excuse the mess. Another bottle broke. It's no big business.
Are you sure you're all right? You seem a little overwhelmed.
A bottle fell from its shelf. No big business, Mr. McWraith. Happens all the time.
Are you all right?
If you must know, sir, I have a drinking problem.
Really?
I do. My liquor disappears. My bottles fall to the floor and break, though I'm nowhere near. 'Tis a drinking problem indeed.
Objects inexplicably vanishing, moving or breaking. Either you're haunted or you're clumsier than you think.
Haunted, you say? Well, your majesty, why not? As the saying goes, when life gives you a torrent of shit, may as well be haunted.
You could be in danger. To be haunted is rarely good.
Well, now, that is bad news. Which is good, because I don't believe in good news.
I'm offering you my help. Can you afford to refuse it?
I don't believe in helping hands either. But if you want to do whatever it is you do, please feel free to do it.
When did the bottle breaking start?
I don't know. I gave up on keeping track of time, or things. Normally, if a bottle disappears, I drank it and forgot. But I'm not wrong about this. In quiet moments, I hear the bottle glass crack. When I'm not there, the liquor moves about. Other times, they dare to fall of a sudden, out of nowhere, and break upon the floor. The shelves are straight and proper stacked. I had Ishmael check. 'Tis a mystery, right enough.
Ishmael and you were close, I believe.
Oh, how folk love to talk. They're wrong. There's nothing improper between me and Ishmael. He works for me, and we enjoy each other's company. He's a good friend who lives upstairs. I have my own little house across the way. Ah, talk of an angel. Hear the flutter of his wings.
Phoebe? What's the matter? Oh, good day. What
All's
can I
well.
do?
It's just another bottle broke. I'd blame my butterfingers, but Mr. Banisher here thinks we may have a ghost.
God take my soul. I'm sorry. The spilled liquor. The stink.
Come now. Come now.
I'm sorry.
All is well, Ishmael. Breathe. Just breathe. It's just another worry fit. You'll be fine.
While he gets back on his feet, let's look around.
Broken glass.
She said bottles in her house shifted and fell. We should check it out.
Nice abacus.
Imagine trying to use one of those after a bottle of rot gut.
You're safe. I'm here. I'm not going any...
Half our operation wiped out at a stroke.
Curses are bad for business.
Hush now. We've been through this before.
Poor Ishmael has fits of worry.
I feel like he panicked when I mentioned the ghost.
A ghost was here, not long ago.
The governor disliked Mistress Walcott's manner. What a surprise. What kind of ghost only communicates by breaking wee bottles?
A feeble ghost, capable only of small mischief?
They've been playing for years. I'm keeping score. Either Ishmael's getting better or Phoebe's getting worse. For Constance, Phoebe is a painter.
This is just an easel. No paints. Unfinished work?
Why would you name a painting before starting it? Phoebe Walcott's done well for herself. Her own warehouse and pier at Covenant Beach. Something's here.
Hidden.
I know Phoebe and Ishmael are friends, but there's a generous will.
Our shy, bottle-breaking ghost also hides things. Why the will?
Everything Ishmael has, he gets from her. Perhaps the ghost believes he's taken advantage. Phoebe likes a drink. Or 5.
Maybe that vexes our mysterious ghost.
This is as sad as it is disturbing.
Despite her defiance, her past batters her. I doubt there's anything more to be found here. Let's go back to the store and ask a few more questions.
Have you found your ghost?
May I see your wares?
I'm a shopkeeper, aren't I? Yes.
Tell me about yourself, that I might better understand who haunts you.
Widow and proud. Town drunk and prouder. A fine chess player, even better when tipsy. That's about it.
What can you tell me about your late husband?
The truth is as boring as a sober day, I'm afraid. A happy couple we were until we were not. Strange, is it not? How you marry a fine man and at the first small contrariety discover he's a dubious, unreliable coward.
Could he be a mysterious ghost?
Took less than a month for Solomon to abandon me. My caring husband became a brickle white-livered chicken. He trooped off a-hunting. Heard he died in New France, spitting my name. If there's more, you'll have to find it out for yourself. Your Scottishness.
Fair enough. No other family?
No. I'm the child of dead parents and the parent of a dead child. The truth, as I say, is boring.
How long have you been running the store in the Harrows?
Years. Decades. Centuries. When I arrived, the farmers had no store. Folks were glad to have me. Even old Haskell was pleased. Of course, I was a respectable widow at the time. Respectable merchants are a boon to New Eden, don't you know?
What happened to the respectable bit?
My husband and daughter push up daisies in the New World muck, Your Majesty. Respectability is a great steaming pile of horse shite.
How's Ishmael? Feeling better, is he?
He's cleaning up the broken glass. I've buggered off till he's finished, and you should too.
Would you know, by any chance, what pulls the trigger on his crises?
He deals with his pain as best he can, like all of us. You leave him alone now, yeah?
I'm sorry, I must insist.
You, Your Majesty, are tugging at my berries now, and it vexes me.
I'm here to protect you from a ghost, Mistress Walcott. Ishmael's condition may be important.
Ishmael Lord just needs a drink. He has a past, and because of it, when he gets the anxieties, he collapses. It's how he is, and he won't take his medics. Well, that's all right, because I can easily drink enough for two.
Your troublesome ghost meddles with more than your booze. It also hid your will.
I knew things were vanishing. It wasn't just the liquor.
Whose ghost do you think might hide your liquor and your will?
Sounds like my long-dead husband's particular brand of mischief.
Ghosts may linger long in the invisible before returning.
If you've liquor stocked elsewhere, I'd like to check it.
I would too, sir. But I abandoned my warehouse some time ago and have since lost the keys. Ishmael may have spares. His room is upstairs, right over our heads.
A trusted friend, is he?
Despite his efforts to keep me alive, I consider him my one and only friend.
Thank you for your time. I'll take no more of it for now.
No matter. I've all the time in the world.
Something has me. Wards. Missed me?
Always. Wet sand. Did Ishmael go to the sea recently?
There's a beach by Phoebe Walcott's warehouse.
Was Ishmael running his own business behind his drunk boss's back? So our mysterious ghost also took time to hide that key. Must be important. A widow, drunk and inconsolable. And a widower, sober and inconsolable.
Also, a shy, bottle-breaking ghost.
That's not a lot to go on. Ishmael took a risk keeping this, especially around here.
Was he scared of a ghost? I'd like to ask him about that. Games of strategy, games of chance.
This Bible really annoyed him.
I hope he kept his opinion to himself.
What exactly does this ghost want? There's no clear pattern.
Banisher rule number 1, a ghost always lingers for a reason.
Let's have a chat with Ishmael Law. Mr. Law?
How can I help you, sir?
Kind of easy to work for someone who drinks so much.
Phoebe Walcott deals with her pain the only way she knows.
But you dislike heavy drinkers, don't you?
My friend is wounded by the horrors of the world. She drinks so that she does not weep. But I weep enough for two.
You had a fit of worry. Not the first, I gather. What scared you?
You embarrass me, sir.
No need to be embarrassed, Mr. Law. But I do need the information if I'm to end this haunting.
My fits, sir, being the work of no ghost, shall not be your business neither.
He suffers in silence, just like his friend.
The villagers burned the governor's ghost wards, but you kept one in your room. Why?
The wards were sent by God. Yes, I keep one in my lodgings. The better to be safe from evil. Since you deposed the governor, here God's voice is little heard. The Almighty, it turns out, is easily deterred.
God has forsaken Ishmael Law, or so he thinks.
God may be easily deterred, sir. But I'm not.
Then you had better get to work, for the good folk of the Harrows teeter on the brink.
What can you tell me about Covenant Beach?
Not much, sir.
There's a locked warehouse there. The ghost that haunts this store hid the key.
That was Mistress Walcott's storehouse, the center of her business. It's derelict now.
But you've been there of late, haven't you? I found sand from the beach in your lodgings. Why did you go to the warehouse? And why would the ghost hide the key to it?
I don't know what you are scraping for, mister, but you'll not find it on my boots.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
Strange case. We found nothing conclusive.
The warehouse by the beach is the only lead left. Let's go.
Well, ho there. What a pleasant surprise. I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Where are you off to?
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand each other. Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving changes nothing. You just end up making the same mistake somewhere else.
We must always be open to the possibility that people may learn from their mistakes. Is that not right, Mr. McCraith?
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone shall listen. I fear what shall befall them if they stay behind.
So, Lammy, what's the word around here?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the settlers. Anything strange to mention? Stranger than usual, I mean.
No. Wait, yes. I've heard rumours about the alewife, Lucy Barrow. Folk are saying she uses witchcraft. I should visit her. Perhaps we could compare notes.
How fares New Eden and the Harrows?
It's not easy. I don't have my father's authority and people fear evil more than ever.
What about you, Lammy? How are you?
I'm well. Or as well as I could wish for. But I still have questions for you, mistress.
We have time for one or two.
I've seen how you move. Do time and space work differently for you?
Not so much when I'm with the living. But yes, they're different.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
And what do you miss from being alive?
A big question. Too big to answer. Where would I start? I miss...
Charge in the afterlife.
I'm afraid I have no answer for you.
May I ask another?
Let's leave it there.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's... well, it's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
You've not asked for advice, but I'll give it anyway. You could start with forgiveness. Seems appropriate.
That might just work. Thank you!
Are things that bad?
Tell the truth, I don't rightly know. They don't trust me. They tell me nothing, and when they do, they're probably lying. And without the wards... well, I fear things will get worse before they get better. In fact, they already have. Spectres walk, and we are in need of a banisher. Or two. If you can bring people peace, well, I doubt they'll be grateful. But perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
Very well, Lammy. We'll see what we can do to help your people.
Thank you. If you need anything, I'll be here. I'm no use anywhere else.
More work to do.
A new building needs a solid foundation. Words have power. The right speech at the right moment can change the world.
I heard General Count von Sarenberg speak to his troops once. It didn't look like much, but when he spoke, soldiers listened. When all seemed lost, he filled their hearts with courage, hope and rage against the enemy. He was quite the speech.
What did he say?
I don't know. I don't speak German. He was audibly busy today.
Wait. Spectral stains. Haunted house.
A New England primer. Looks new.
Looks local.
Hallowed be thy name, Marcy, our beloved angel, heaven sent. I'm busy. What do you want? God lights the firmament of the heavens to divide day from night. There are no more nights. There are no more good days.
Ah, I don't know. The weather's improved. It's almost nice.
The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor.
All right. What's going on?
What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. God has forsaken us. The new boy governor is a witch.
Lammy? A witch? Why would you think that?
I seen him. I seen him do his rituals. I seen him do the devil's work.
Ugh, what has Lammy done now?
What news around and about?
Heretics walk the harrows. You for one. The Haskell boy for another.
Oh, aye.
He wishes to better his father, which is neither difficult nor ignoble. But to do it, he is tempted by the evil one.
How goes it since Governor Haskell passed?
It has been a trial, fair and true. But God has a plan. More will be revealed, sir. In time, a new governor shall rise. A teacher, perhaps.
Aye, well, good luck with that. You're a teacher. You know the young people here. Will Lammy Haskell make a go of being governor?
Lamentation, for we must call him by his name, is a child. We should be governed by a man.
Maybe he'll surprise you.
Pah!
Takes a lot of work to stay this miserable.
How's life in the Harrows, then?
The idiots dismantled our meeting house and will build upon soon. If they wish to leave, they cannot leave soon enough. If I must rebuild the meeting house alone, I'll do it. For the glory of God, of course.
Tell me about this angel. How did you meet?
The angel is my sister, and she bears the mark of the Lord. Marcy wandered in the wilderness for many days and nights. And then, one day, she returned to lead her people to salvation.
He's haunted by a ghost, but thinks she's an angel. I hope you're taking note, Red McWraith.
Speaking from personal experience, she's likely not an angel. She's probably a ghost.
Oh, thou of little faith. I have not yet met God, but I do not question his existence.
Perhaps I should envy her certainty.
If you are blessed enough to meet my sister, then you'll change your mind.
I'd like that. Where can I find her?
Near the old mill, hidden at the end of Long Beach, is a cave. Our sacred place. She will be there. They never could find her body. But she is still there.
Tell me about
the master. Oh, that. That.
I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, for I shall not.
If Hugh puts his faith in his sister's ghost, he's a fool.
He's looking to his faith to give him answers.
Well, he's looking in the wrong place.
A wee Highland kiss for you.
We're not alone.
Who there? Can I help you?
Doesn't she remind you of Goody Perkins?
Aye, the old lady. She seemed fine.
We should look in on her.
Great! More fun.
I'm ready to shoot the infested roots after you bruise the heart. teamwork.
This looks like the captain's cabin, frozen in time.
The ship's captain was married to Goody Perkins.
That must be why her ghost lingers here. They must have had a house. Can't be far, if it still stands.
There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key.
The years seem to have spared this place. How strange.
That boat reminds me of Old Bareen. I went there once. Sat on the quay with my mum and my sister was eating corn, watching the boats.
My father took me fishing. I too would watch the great ships come and go. I'd get restless. He'd give me the squid he'd grilled for his handlines. I miss him.
Ishmael's nerves and Phoebe's thirst. Reminds me of the good old days. Just lie me down in a puddle of piss and had a couple angry ghosts.
The ghost may be discreet, even sneaky, but these two are haunted.
Ishmael's wife, perhaps?
Ishmael's old master was a drunk too. Alcohol has to be the key to this case.
The house by the sea. Hepzibah's house.
A lonely place for an old woman alone.
No, it's not here. Where did I put that stupid key?
Good day.
What? Oh. Who are you? I don't know you, do I?
Didn't we meet her ghost?
Good day, ma'am. Red McCraith. We spoke, of late. I'm the Banisher.
Why, yes, I do remember. You're the kind young man, the doctor. Or was it the rat catcher? What can I do for you?
Have you any family, Goody Perkins? A sister, perhaps?
I don't have any relatives left.
Did you have a twin sister?
My memory, sir, is lately like empty pages in the book. But I would surely remember a sister.
Her memory is failing.
There's something you should know. In the wrecked hull of a sea vessel, I found your husband's log.
Husband? The very idea. I've known no husband. I'm sorry. The log cannot be right. It must belong to someone else. It must. Right? Yes, it must. I've known no husband, and I'll not hear otherwise.
Not so sure about that.
Noticed anything strange lately?
Nothing stranger than usual.
How about lurkers? Shadowy figures, perhaps, seen from the corner of your eye. The feeling that someone was watching you.
No. Why?
Well, here's the thing. I believe you may be haunted by a ghost.
A ghost? Don't be silly. I have rats, maybe. I'm sure I've heard them scrabbling. But they're just rats.
Change the subject. See if it helps.
Did I hear you were looking for a lost key? Would you like me to help you look?
Why, thank you, young man. That will be just fine.
I'll bid you good day, ma'am.
You take care now, Richard.
Her memory seems muddled.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the price of getting old? Well, let's find out.
Is it just me, or...?
I felt it too. Dust. Undisturbed.
She mustn't come up here anymore. I'll use a sextant, but I'd prefer a well-drawn map.
It's really not that complicated.
Map. Every time.
Nothing interesting here.
I want this for my mantle.
Our mantle? I'd like that. The boat, not so much.
Something's concealed.
I feel an echo. Not here.
Something's here.
Is all well? I heard a noise.
Worry not, madam. Not about the furniture, leastways. Whale. I saw another like it on the ship.
We should check out the echo before we give her back the key.
That witch put a curse upon my poor husband's boat. He lies dead in the briny deep, and she walks free. I'll not bear it, and nor should you.
Your distress moves me, Mrs. Perkins. I'm very sorry for your loss. And I swear upon my honor as a servant of God, I shall not turn from the truth. You may trust me to deal with Deborah in the appropriate way. Attending that, please put the sickle down, for I fear you'll do one of us an injury.
Goody Perkins was very angry.
And she... She hated Deborah. Give her back the key and let's get out of here.
Goody Perkins, here's the key.
Key? What key?
The key you were looking for. That key. The key.
I don't know anything about a key. I don't want it. You keep it.
You had a husband. Have you forgotten?
Stop saying that. I've never married.
When he died, you blamed Deborah. One of the widows from your husband's crew wrote to you. What happened?
I'm no Deborah. I have no husband. And no Deborah, and you, sir, are bothering me. Please, leave.
We'll get no more from Goody Perkins. Maybe someone at the Harrows will know something.
Look, there. I do believe that's our ghost.
She's leading us somewhere. Let's follow her track.
I don't like ghosts that run away.
Come on then, keep up.
Ugh. I admit I'm surprised. Sweet old harmless Goody Perkins was an absolute hellion.
People change over time. But since her husband died at sea, why blame Deborah for it?
Perhaps she believed Deborah a witch, and genuinely feared her.
Let's ask her ghost.
Back here again.
Maybe we missed something the first time.
They brought more friends.
Throwing a tantrum, are we? Get out of there!
I think a way to pass could be near. The spot can't be far.
How does an old ship magically become newer? You could kill a fair few whales with one of these.
You're not the type. Try to find a way across.
I'm on it. Gone again.
Wait, she led us here. She must have had a reason.
I sense a fragment of the past. Through a single point passes an infinity of paths.
Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. For I have done this evil in thy sight. Hang me up before the Lord against the sun. That his fierce anger be turned away. Deliver me from my blood guilt. I shall be clean.
Tell me you understand what is going on.
I would, but I don't. She killed herself out of guilt. But guilt about what? I think a way to pass could be near. There she is.
I pray she stays there. No more running.
What strangeness is this? Can you really be Goody Perkins?
I can be Hepzibah Perkins, and I am. I know Mr. McWraith, but I don't know you.
I'm Antea Duarte.
I need your help. I do not wish to ask for it, but I must. I have prayed for help, but God has not sent his answer, because I do not deserve an answer. Unless the answer is you. Then God mocks me. But at least he answers.
Why are you here? What draws you to this ship?
It all began and ended here. I have been punished for my sins. But God has given me the chance to right my wrongs. I must take it. I must warn me, her, of the danger. The gates of heaven are closed to me, and the Lord is deaf to my complaint. I've committed the greatest of all sins. I denied the life he gave me. Damnation eternal awaits us both. I must save her from herself.
Life can take you to the darkest places. I know this. I know how tempting a permanent solution to a temporary problem can seem. Yet some consider it the worst of sins. What brought you to it?
God knows. And I would prefer to keep it between he and I.
If you want us to help, we'll need to know.
I just need you to get away from her. Every time you ask her the question, it's one more chance for her to remember.
This is... How can you be alive and dead at the same time?
This is the Lord's punishment. This is his will. I remember the bone-chilling cold as I wandered in the endless darkness. Then, suddenly, His warm and dazzling light enveloped me and brought me back. Here, to where I'd lost my life. This is my penance. Damned to watch, helpless, as I sin against him. Again, and again, and again. But then, I thought perhaps not. Perhaps this is my chance for redemption. For absolution. For salvation.
Your living self seems to have lost her memory. Any idea how?
She has lost her memory because she is haunted. Perhaps this is why God has sent me.
You remember, and she forgets. What happens if it starts to come back to her?
Then she will remember, and I will forget.
This is genuinely fascinating.
If she remembers, I have failed. I am the keeper of her memories, her pain, her faults and her guilt. I protect her from the past to safeguard her future.
You don't protect her, though. You're killing her.
Then she dies without adding to her sins, and I am no longer needed.
We must go now.
Please, save her.
What now?
We go back to the old lady's house and check in on her. We need to look for somewhere to cross.
This case is beyond me. What about you?
Charles once told me about a time-traveling ghost. I didn't believe him. Kronos, god of time. This has something to do with the ship.
Well, obviously. Exactly what I was thinking.
The nightmare likes to play with time. No more nights and winter never ending. This may be some sophisticated punishment for Hepzibah. I don't think she's home. Did we miss a few?
Goody Perkins!
Look, the rock. There's an echo here. A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
Come on! Won't someone do something? All right, I'll start then. Cowards, you all! We welcomed you, and this is how you reward us. Confess now, woman! Confess the names of your accomplice witches, or be sent back to the rotten hell you worship!
Damn it.
Wish we hadn't seen that.
But we have seen it. Now we know. How bad is it?
She remembers, and soon shall I die.
You took part in the torture and murder of Deborah Comenius. You killed her.
I could not bear the grief of my husband's loss. It turned to anger. I sought a culprit. My rage was blind. I knew Deborah guilty, because I needed her to be guilty. I was not alone in it. I share the blame, but the guilt is all my own.
This mistake, how do we stop you, her, from making it?
Talk to her. She remembers. The curse will be repeated. Her memory returns and she remembers the stone. She remembers the day she killed. The day she killed Deborah. The memory of that sin, of her blood guilt, will drive her to another sin yet worse. I must be stopped.
We must go now.
Please, don't let her do it. Save me from the sin I'll soon commit.
Mrs. Perkins, are you all right?
I have a weight upon me. The stone. The stone. May God forgive me. What have I done? I remember now. I remember everything.
Aye, and I can tell you're upset. It's a lot to take in. Unfortunately, there's more. There's a lot more. The ghost that haunts you is you. It's hoping to stop you doing something that you'll regret.
My ghost! Is this why sadness hangs heavy on my poor heart? Is this how I feel my guilt?
You must live. Please, believe me. The alternative is far, far worse.
I know. But what if that's what I deserve? You're a good soul, sir, and a man of action. Help me. Spare me my misery. I beg you, end it. End it now.
She takes you for a murderer. The sin is hers. Don't take it for your own.
I feel your pain, but it's not for me to end it. Mrs. Perkins, it's time.
You heard. Show yourself.
Как бы она совершила плохой поступок, да. Но я уже убил человека, который... Но если я ее не убью, то она будет всю жизнь страдать, получается, да? Не ищите мой французский. Блин. Мне ее жалко. Я просто уже убил человека, который судил Дебру Камини. Что мне делать? Просто если я призрака вознесу, то она будет жить, но она будет все помнить. Писец. Что делать, даже не знаю. Жалко, бабулю-то убивать-то, ё-моё. Тот был виноват, потому что судил. А та положила первый камень. Вот уж... Она хочет забыть, что это сделала. А это призрак. Просто если я изгоню, она не повесится. Ну что делать? Хорошая старушка. Ну, я имею в виду. Она положила первый камень. Вот уже, блин. Ну да, понятно. Да.
You, the ghost of Goody Hepzibah Perkins, have suffered enough. Time to leave your past behind you. Time to go.
No, you don't understand. It will happen again. God will call me to return.
The history of tomorrow stands unwritten.
Your presence has swayed her. As you, the ghost, leaves, a new path opens for the living Hepzibah. Perhaps now she shall choose differently.
What if you were wrong? What if my peace is but brief? What if you were right? Oh.
You have no more reason to stay.
Is this my future? Is this my punishment?
Андрюша, не ты! Андрюша, это не ты.